My name is Jaspreet Singh from DAV Central Public School, Naba, and we are doing this initiative to give you online education. And I am here to teach you Accountancy class 12th. And today we are talking about the first chapter from your book, from your syllabus, class 12th Accountancy. And the chapter's name is Not for Profit Organizations. Also called, the famous name is NPO, not for profit organizations. So let's have some background. What is in this topic? Basically, the activities we do, the work we do, normally we can divide those activities into two main parts. Either we can doing those activities to earn the profit. Yes, so this is the main thing we can, that's why we are studying the commerce, so we can learn how to earn the profit. And the other activities which are not for the motive, not with the motive of earning profit, those are called social activities. It may be, or we can just giving services to make us feel happy, satisfying. So without profit, with profit, the activities which are related to earning profit, those are called profit making. The business we do, our main motive in most of the business, when we talk about the business now, the main definition of the business is that we are doing the activities and the main motive behind those activities to earn the profit. The activities which are related to earn the profit, those are specifically called business, or it may be any kind of services also. But the social activities, like we are giving the free education, free health services, or it may be a religious place, it may be a club, or any kind of thing, any kind of place, any kind of activity we are doing, any kind of services we are giving to the public without motive of earning profit. Now this is not kind of what we will say na, this is not a donation type of thing. सब कुछ फ्री में नहीं देना. We are taking money, we are collecting the money from some sort of sources, but the main thing is that we are utilizing that money to help the people, not to earn the profit. Now I think you must have understand these two things, profit making activities and the social activities. Now in both of these activities, let's see which things are similar. In accountancy, if we are doing any kind of economical activity means in which money is involved, then you must have some sort of record. Document तो होंगे ही, कुछ तो लिखना पड़ेगा ना. So either those activities are related to profit or to the social service. You must have some sort of record कि आपका पैसा कहाँ गया, कितना गया, कहाँ से आया था. You should know each and everything related to your money. So in both of these two activities, what we do, we used to make accounts. वो तो बनाने ही पड़ेंगे, उसके बिना तो गुजारा ही नहीं है. In the social activities also, if you are doing social activities, if you have any kind of club, even if you are managing a religious place also, it may be a temple, gurdwara, anything, any place or any kind of institute it will be, वहाँ पर भी similarly we will make accounts, journal entries वहाँ पर भी होंगी, ledger accounts we will make. In both of these activities, these things are similar. We make accounts. And what is the next step after making accounts? As we learned in the +1, क्या learn किया था? After making count, we will have the trial balance. बिकॉज ऑफ द डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट साइड्स. ट्रायल बैलेंस इसका भी बनेगा एंड of course we will have the trial balance in this side also. Wow. Okay, but what after that? We learn in the +1 financial statements में हमें सीखा था, क्या सीखा था? ट्रायल बैलेंस के बाद we make trading account plus we also make profit and loss account. We were making trading account. Why? Just to know the gross profit and to know the net profit. We used to make profit and loss account. And the major thing, the main thing, the balance sheet, it was there. So we had these three things when we are learning the accounts of the activities related to profit. Okay. But in this section, when you are doing social activities, these accounts are not made here. Why? Just because of one thing. Now listen to me carefully. These activities, these work, whatever you say, these are specifically done not for profit making. ठीक है जी, प्रॉफिट तो वर्ड यूज ही नहीं करना कहते हैं. So if we are not using the word profit, how can we make trading account and profit and loss account? ठीक है ना? So we have something else. Instead of these, we have something else here in NPO. So what are these things? देखो, we have after trial balance, receipt and payment account. ये हमारा फर्स्ट अकाउंट है ट्रायल बैलेंस के बाद, रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट. एंड इसके बारे में थोड़ी सी डिटेल नहीं, आई विल टेल यू आफ्टर सम टाइम, पहले नहीं बताना, ठीक है? डोंट वरी, आई विल टेल यू. एंड रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट के बाद देखो कुछ तो होगा ही, फायदा या नुकसान. बट हेयर सपोज करो इफ यू आर हैविंग मोर रिसीट्स देन पेमेंट्स, or you are just doing any kind of work, social activity ही लगा लो, you are having many receipts, you are having more receipts than your payments. Obviously you can have some sort of money remain in your hand. Okay, थोड़ा बहुत पैसा तो बच जाएगा जी, कुछ तो फायदा होगा ही. In that kind of situation, when your income is more than your expenditure, you will have profit. But I have already told you that profit, the term profit, we will not use here. So in this part we use the term, देखना जब सरप्लस यूज करते हैं, सरप्लस, और जो उसका उल्टा है दैट इज रिलेटेड टू लॉस, उसको बोलते हैं यहाँ पर डेफिसिट. सरप्लस is just defining that you have more amount of income than amount of expenditure. आपके पास इनकम ज़्यादा है एक्सपेंडिचर से, so you have surplus money. Okay, surplus amount आपके पास है. And to find these two, whether it is a surplus or whether it is a deficit, we have to prepare something that is called, वो प्यारा सा है, बहुत मशहूर है, इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट. ठीक है जी, दैट इज कॉल्ड इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट, in which we will learn how to find out surplus or deficit. And after the income and expenditure account, the last thing is very much similar, and we have to make it because this is the backbone, you can say. This is the main thing. Balance sheet. We used to make this thing in this NPO also. Okay, so this is the main difference. An organization with motive of profit, with motive of earning profit, and the organization which is having the motive of social cause, social activities जिन्होंने करनी है. You know one thing, I was just erasing the whole area here, but I just remember to tell you something. Accounts are similar. As I told you, in this section also we used to make journal entries. We used to draw journal entries. जर्नल एंट्री तो करनी ही करनी है जी. जर्नल एंट्री बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, वो बेसिक है हमारा. उसके आगे तो उसके बिना तो गाड़ी आगे नहीं चलेगी. Other thing is that trial balance we have to make. So up to this section you have already learnt in the last year, in the previous year, कि how to draw journal entries and how to prepare the trial balance. सीखना क्या है, लर्न क्या करना है इस बारी. We will start from this part, receipt and payment account, income and expenditure account. फिर उसके बाद we will learn balance sheet. Now the next thing is the definition of NPO. It's a bit longer, but don't worry, it's very easy to understand. So let's start. NPO is a separate legal entity. Like other business organizations, it is a separate legal entity. Not owned by, no one is owner here. Any individual, institution or any enterprise, no one is owner. Another thing is, with the objective of any kind of social service, they have a specific objective, not to earn profit but to do social services. Okay, सेवा करना चाहते हैं वो लोग. Such as, किस तरह की सेवा हो सकती है? Cultural, educational, maybe health or religious type of services, public services, those may be examples of these organizations. So what kind of organizations? Those will be schools, colleges, public hospitals, literary societies for promotion of sports, arts and culture के लिए, or clubs also. So these are the organization NPOs. Funds जो हैं, you already know, whatever the activity we have to do, whatever the work we have to do, most of the time we need money to do that kind of thing ना. काम करने के लिए we need money. So how can we collect or we raise the money? In the business we used to sell the products or we have to give the services to earn the money. But in this case we cannot earn the money by just making the profits. Here there is one thing, we need to raise funds. It's just like a donation. वो दान पुण्य करने वाली बात है. Funds are required for the activities normally contributed. Collection होती है. And who contributes? Members or those may be trustees of the NPO. ठीक है. And ये जो contribution है, that is called donation. Okay. And so we have read each and every point regarding NPO. From these points now we can draw characteristics also of the NPO. So let's start. What kind of characteristics we have seen in the definition? First was entity जो है इसकी वो separate legal entity है. First of all we will talk about entity. Which type of entities? It is a separate legal entity. ये तो हमारा पहला characteristics हो गया. दूसरी बात, ownership के बारे में हम लिख सकते हैं. It is not owned by any individual or an institution or an enterprise. Ownership के बारे में लिखा जाएगा. So we are just drawing some sort of specific point. And another thing is objective की बात करें. They have the specific objective to do social service, not to earn money. ठीक है, not to earn profits. So this is the third characteristics. Objective हो गया. और what else we can say? There is one more thing. Funds requirement. Funds which we have to raise with the help of members. So this is one of the main characteristics. And what else? There is one more thing which we didn't mention here. Management जो है यहाँ पर भी लिख सकते हैं. Management is done by members or trustees also. So we can have another specific point in the characteristics, management. And the last but not the least, जो मेन पॉइंट है हमारा, दैट इज फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट. As I told you that we have to make the accounts, we have to make the trial balance, and after that we have to prepare the financial statements also. But which kind of financial statement we have to prepare, we will mention in this point. So and before taking you to the next topic, let me tell you another very important point regarding the characteristics of NPO. Profit is not the objective. This point we can also add specifically as 7th point. I have already told you the 6 points, but we have already written objective heading, and in the 7th point we can specifically mention that profit is not the objective, and this will be our main heading. Why? Because in other organizations profit is the main thing. Without profits an organization cannot run, but this is the speciality in an NPO, that these organizations can run without earning profits, without having the motive of earning profits, you can say. Now let's continue. Now let's talk about the difference between an NPO and other business organizations. We have already told you so many things. Okay, but we can separately we have some specific points. And let me tell you another thing. In your question paper there must be 1 mark question regarding the difference between these two, and it will be very easy. But let me tell you very important thing. They will not ask like a difference between NPO and business firm. Question will not be up to this point. This will be longer. क्या होएगा? Difference between an NPO and a business organization on the basis of purpose, funds, financial statements, profit or surplus. Specifically they will tell you the basis, so we have to mention the difference on a specific basis. Okay, so let's have what kind of basis we have on which we can differentiate between these two. Purpose, obviously they want to do the social services. They want to further cultural, religious, educational, professional or public services. Another side, business organization, they just want to earn profits. So this is the purpose of these two. Funds जो है in the normal business organization is raised by, you already know I think, capital. Okay, capital which is invested by a proprietor. In the case of sole proprietorship, capital is invested by partners in the partnership firms, or it may be share capital in the companies. But in the case of NPO there is something specific. We don't have any specific type of investment here. The funds raised by membership fee, donations और any kind of दान पुण्य जो है उससे पैसा जमा होता है. Membership fee, donations, or sometimes it may be surplus from operations, जो पैसा बच गया after income and expenditure account, after सारे खर्चे करके जो पैसा हमारा बच गया, that will be surplus. And third जो basis है, that is financial statements. I have already told you at the beginning. In the NPO we have to make receipt and payments account, income and expenditure account, and then the last, our lovely thing, balance sheet. And we already know about the business firms. We have to make the trading account, profit and loss account, and the balance sheet. Last, profit or surplus. Now in the income and expenditure account, after making all the expenses and when we gather all the incomes, after making income and expenditure account, either we can have surplus amount or we can have deficit. If we have more income than expenditure, obviously we will have surplus. On the other side we will have deficit, घाटा जिसको बोलते हैं हिंदी में. On the other side, in the balance of profit and loss account, we can have net profit or net loss. We have already seen this in +1. So this is the difference between these two. Now note it down on your notebooks.